What's going on? I'm Marcus and you're at the channel of the Debt-Free Dad. In today's video, we're going to do the mid-month check-in. Take a look at the numbers because, hey, I did a poll. Y'all want to see the numbers, so we're going to actually break down on a spreadsheet the budget numbers for the month and talk about where things went a little crazy. And y'all can help me figure out what's the best approach to move forward with some of the additional expenses that I've incurred this month. As always, if you're interested in content, following my debt-free journey and learning about finance, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and the bell notification because it'll definitely help this channel grow and get out and reach more people. Now, before we go into the mid-month check-in, the first thing we got to do is announce some winners for the contest that we did for having 1,000 subscribers. Again, thank each and every one of you watching, who subscribed, who commented, who hit the like button, who hit the dislike button. It's all love, it's all good. Let's go ahead and talk about the competition winners. The third place winner is my guy, Michael Kuda. Check out his channel, Michael Kuda Finance Investing. I want to link his channel in the description box below. He came in third place. He's going to get a $20 gift card, some merchandise. Second runner-up is the homegirl Britt over at Plan Your One Life. Hey, great channel. She's official. She can help you with doing your budget and your planning and all of that good stuff. And she's a lot more professional than me. So y'all go check her out. I'll put a link to her channel in the description as well. And the grand prize winner is my homegirl, my ace boom coon, my co-counsel, Judy over at Asian American Legal Focus. She's the grand prize winner. She's going to get a $60 gift card and some merchandise. Hey, she has a great channel. If you're interested in learning a little bit about the life of an attorney, some of the things they deal with, the client interactions. Also, her channel is diverse. She does a little finance, a little bit of historical things. Definitely tune in, check her channel out. Her channel is linked in the description box below. Now, before I even jump into the mid-month budget, I got to talk a little bit about this contest because it's wild. Because you want to create a contest where you can get people to win, but you want people to watch the video to make it challenging. So the rules were, hey, this icon, the image is going to pop up. You just tell me how many times it pops up in the comment. Now, in the video, because I already know what it is, I know what's going to happen. It's like playing a game of telephone. If the first person put 21 times, the second person going to be like 21 times. So I was like, let me do something so I can make sure people keep it honest and watch through the entire video. So I did have a brief instruction written as text in the actual video. So this is kind of how it played out. Judy actually won the grand prize even though she was the third person to respond, but she had the actual count right. Some of the icons I had bigger than others, some of them I had on the screen for shorter or longer durations of time, so it was kind of difficult. Judy had the right answer even though she was the third person to reply, so she won the grand prize. Britt actually commented first, and I noticed she watched the whole video because she followed the written instructions that were in the video. She won second place because her count was off by 1. Britt won second place even though she was the first to comment. Her count was off by 1, but I knew she watched the entire video because she actually followed the written instructions that were in the video as well. So she came in second. Now let's talk about my guy Mike. Hey, Mike, you a cool dude. Hey, I don't know. Mike was a little sketchy because Mike left a comment, then he circled back and said, oh, it was this many times I saw the icon. But it was the exact same answer as the person above him. So I don't know. I don't know if he went through and counted everything or if he just did a little telephone, a little bit of gamesmanship like I used to do in high school when I copied off of people's papers. But either way, it's all good. It's all love, man. Y'all go check out all 3 of those channels. All up-and-coming YouTubers doing their thing, making good content. So y'all definitely go check them out. Let's go ahead and dive into the mid-month check-in with the numbers. Okay, now that we're sitting at the table, we're going to go ahead and dive into the numbers since you all wanted to see the breakdown. So while I'm talking, I'm going to throw an image up of actual Excel spreadsheet that outlines the budget. I will tell you in this budget, I just have essentially all of the household expenses. Some of the things that I didn't include in the budget, I didn't include any giving. I didn't include what I contribute to the kids' college fund, because if you watch the videos, yeah, I do updates on the 529, so you already know what that is. I didn't include the spending money that my wife and I get, because y'all already know what that is. I talked about that in other videos. I talk about it in other videos. And hers is more than mine, but that's a whole different question. And I didn't include any of our actual investment into retirement or investment accounts, because I give updates quarterly on the net worth, and I also do the monthly investment challenge, so you already know where my spending money going and how much it is. So here are all the numbers. Let's go ahead and jump in the spreadsheet. Now let's start on the left hand side, column A, where it says primary mortgage. Essentially everything in that first column before it's separated are all of the expenses associated with our primary residence. Have the mortgage being the highest thing at $2,200, cleaning, electricity, water. Everything else is, under $100. So not too bad. If we go over to the right in those bright neon greens, primary total, that's the total cost for all of the monies associated with our primary residence. Looking at the spreadsheet, the information you see in those olive type colors are items that we've already paid off for the month. The categories that are highlighted in yellow, yellow just denotes that this is how much we have allocated, and you'll see right beside it, for example, if you go down in column A, other expenses, groceries, $1,000, that's how much we have budgeted, but it says $415 because that's how much we have remaining for the remainder of the month. So that's where we at. Our primary resident, all of our expenses total $2,964. Next, let's go ahead, keep going down column A to other expenses. Here we have groceries, kids activities, all of our life insurance policies, cell phone, auto insurance, and fuel. Essentially, the other total that we have is $2,471. That includes everything. Most times we do save a little bit on the groceries. Most times we don't tap out the entire $1,000 that's allocated towards groceries. But groceries and fuel are really the only two categories where we could potentially save some money here. Sometimes in kids' activities we save money if the kids do a fundraiser and they raise some money up, but it probably don't balance out to actually saving money, because I'm probably sure I probably spend a bunch of my money buying whatever the fundraiser stuff is anyway, or a whole nother topic for a whole nother day for a whole different discussion. Now let's go to column E, where it says at the top, column E, cell 4, where it says rental mortgage. Here is just everything associated with our rental property. We have a $547 mortgage payment, a homeowners association fee of $90. Utilities, we've estimated at $100. We haven't paid anything on the utilities yet. Essentially, we haven't paid anything because we just assumed the utilities back in our name after the tenant moved out a few Fridays ago. So the entire cost for all of the rental expenses, everything associated with our rental property, is $737. But I'm going to be doing a video update just to let you all know how that whole rental potential sale and everything is playing out. Now let's go down. We're still in column E. We're looking at row 16. One-time expenses. One-time, like it's the cops. That's old school. But we're looking at the one-time expenses. Here we have just expenses that are only going to come up this month. We had $1,600 for air conditioner repair, another $650 for bar dues, $500 for an insurance deductible. The past 2 weeks I had the worst luck ever. You can see from one of the images, somebody rear-ended me in my car, so I was hot about it, but at least they didn't act ignorant and there was no issues. But getting that fixed, I'm not really worried about the deductible. It's a $500 deductible, but because it's not my fault, the deductible is waived, so that's no money out of my pocket. Then the insurance provides me with a rental car. I actually go to park downtown, and while I am parked downtown in the parking deck, I come out and somebody bumped the car and cracked the headlight. So I just put $500 deductible. It probably won't be that much to repair, but yeah, people are just terrible. And of course, I got a ticket. These photo tickets in DC is kind of annoying, so that's $44 right there. The total cost of all of our one-time expenses that we have for this month is $2,794. So the global total for all of our expenses this month is $8,966. Now, here is where it gets interesting. Let's go ahead and jump out of this spreadsheet real quick. Oh, first of all, the AC repair guy was hilarious. He had to go to the inside unit to repair the AC. Now, unbeknownst to him, when he gave the estimate, he didn't realize that's what he had to do. I'm 6 feet tall, about 195 pounds. This guy was maybe 5'9", 260 pounds, 67 years old. And that attic isn't an attic where you can get into it. The AC unit sits in the attic. It's not an attic where you can stand up and do jumping jacks. It's like a crawl space attic. I went in there once to do some repairs, and I went in there fully clothed, and by the time I came out, I was just in my drawers. My wife was like, what the hell? It was like 1,000 degrees up there. It was just so hot and so tight. And I'm I'm not that big of a guy, so, I could maneuver through, but it was just, she was like, you going back up there to get those clothes? I was like, hell no, them clothes are going to stay up there indefinitely. So this guy didn't know. He gave me the estimate before he knew he had to go up there. Man, when he went up there, I felt so terrible. It was funny, but I never heard so many curse words. I never heard so many curse words in my life. And he just, all I hear is all this noise, and I was just like, man, please don't let him pass out up there. And please don't let him fall through the drywall and fall in my daughter's room on her bed. I'm going to have to get the wall repaired. Like, I ended up being like, man, just don't even worry about it, bro. Just come down. But to his credit, he got the job done. He did get things fixed. I did have to go up in the attic to tighten up a few things because, like I said, this guy was 67 years old. I was like, man, just get the hell out there. I went up there and tightened up a few things that were relatively easy to tighten up. But he did get the job done. And even though I wasn't obligated to, I gave him like an extra $125 just because I knew that shit whipped his ass. I was tired of looking at the brother, so I know he was tired and struggling going up there. But that's crazy. In addition to the AC repair, $300 of that $1,600 were associated with me buying some window units. When the AC out and it's hot, you're not trying to hit shit. You just want to get something to cool down. So I bought a few window units. Now, the same day that the guy came and repaired it, the window units actually came, and I could have took them back. But I thought it may be advantageous to have a window unit in here where I could just cut that off when I'm here. I'm the only one during the day, and I can cut off the main unit to this floor. So that was kind of my game plan. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Every month we allocate between $3,600 to $4,000 towards student loans. Now, we have a couple of options. Remember, we're no longer getting rental income of $1,100, so our monthly income has decreased by $1,100. So essentially, the $737 towards all the costs associated with the rental property, we're going to have to pay out of pocket, which we have money for, so that's not really the big concern. But the one-time expenses, the repair, the bar dues, the insurance deductible, the ticket, that $2,794, that is going to impact what we can pay towards debt this month. But I'm not sure how I want to play it. You all let me know in the comments. We have two options. Option number one is all those one-time expenses. I can just go ahead, pay for those one-time expenses, reduce the amount of debt I wanted to pay off by the amount of all of those expenses combined, because there's technically no payment due on the student loans, and then just pick up next month back on schedule. That's option number one. Or option number two, I can just use the emergency fund, take care of all of these one-time expenses. And yes, I forgot to plan the bar dues. Don't kill me. But yes, I can use the emergency fund, take care of all those one-time expenses, and still pay the same amount towards the student loan at the end of the month so I can stay on progress. Let me know what you would do. Would you just cash flow all of those extra expenses and just send a reduced payment towards the student loan since you're not obligated to make a payment? Or would you pay those one-time expenses out of your emergency fund and stay on track and make your $3,600 or $4,000 payment towards your student loan? Let me know what y'all would do. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll give you an update on the end of the month on how we're going to proceed. But that's it. I appreciate you all tuning in. Hey, check out the links below. There's some videos. Please click on those videos if you want to learn more about finance and follow my debt-free journey. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Peace.